What's your fuel for success? What's your why for success? What's driving your success? Without fuel, everything that moves stops. In this video, I'm going to teach us 6 greatest fuels for success.
It's my East China. I'm an expert global business solutions expert and your real estate success strategist known as the mayor of House. The business channel where I discuss only business and you can do business directly with me called My Ace TV. And you can check it out right here. This channel is my personal contribution channel where I'll be giving you exceptional values on business, personal finance, personal development, and life success. And I'll be doing that with a lot of fun because my one word is fun. And I always teach, inspire, create, collaborate. You can just call me the contributor. Join the exceptional 5% that will watch this video to the end because you're very special people and you're rare. Welcome on board. Let's learn to grow rich together.
Welcome to my daily insights into my daily quotes with my ace, where I give you a longer, deeper insight into my daily quotes for deeper secrets for your accelerated result. And today's quote says, failure is the best and most effective fuel for success. Before now, I used to think that failing was the opposite of success. And when I failed, I resented failure. I cried over failure. I mourned over failure. I thought the world has ended because I failed. Because going through school taught us not to fail. Taught us failure is bad, taught us mistakes are bad, but mistakes and failure are the stepping stones and the assets with which success is born. And how much failure you go through and how much failure you are willing to go through is how much fuel you have for your success. And the greatest example of this is Thomas Edison. He went through the fuel of 10,000 failures before the light experiment, and that's why General Electric was the most unstoppable electrical company for the past 100 years and still counting. So these 6 failures, if you can turn them to fuel, will make you reach beyond your widest imagination. The first is your failure to know. Poor people are comfortable not knowing. Rich people have an insatiable curiosity to want to know. That's why before now, one of the things you used to know rich people and poor people is that rich people read cartoons and magazines. Poor people read the news and financial reports, Forbes magazine and all those financial newspapers. So what you want to know on the internet determines whether you'll be rich or poor. Those of us that want to know business knowledge follow people like Alex Homozy, Dan Martell, want to study AI. Dan Martell has been my recent AI coach. I want to watch every video he has dropped about AI. But those of you that want to know the funniest things and the most entertaining things on the internet, you follow all the comedians of Nigeria and all the skit makers of Nigeria. So it's called the E to E ratio. The poor want to know entertainment. The rich want to know education because education is money. The second is failure to be known. Most poor people want to hide their business. Rich people want to be known for their business. They want their business to be known. They put it out there because they know that visibility is money. They know that attention is money. If you are not known, the poor is comfortable not being known. The rich, not being known becomes the fuel that fuels him to want to be so rich that nobody can ignore him because everybody will know him for his success. But the poor are comfortable not being known. The third is the failure to earn. Poor people believe they can live on the goodwill of others, and receiving free money excites them. Rich people don't like handouts, free money, and don't believe anybody should give them free money. They believe they should earn money. So the rich are out always trying to earn, and the only money they call money is the money they've earned. The poor are out always begging, hoping for handouts, scholarships, and free aid, and that's what is keeping them poor. That's what is keeping Africa poor. So failure to earn, if you are not able to turn it to a fuel for you to earn, by all means, you will not be rich. And one of the stories I've heard of how extreme this is my mentor, Dr. Cosmos Maduka, where he lost his business and lost his parts business, and the only thing he had on earth was a scale in his house that was given to him as a gift by one of the Japanese companies he used to market for. He took that scale, went to the market, ringing bell, allowing people to weigh themselves and give him pennies because he's obsessed about earning. The fourth is failure to understand money. The poor don't want to understand money. The poor only want to spend money. The rich study money, talk about money, obsess about money, and want to understand how money works. In fact, most rich people just follow the cash flow. Most poor people just want to blow the cash flow. So if you don't understand money and you are not obsessed about your failure to understand money to be a fuel for you to understand money, then you will never be rich. The poor don't care. Once money comes by any means, they are happy. The rich obsess about money and question how this money came, what makes the money, and how can this money be multiplied, and that's why they are rich. The fifth is the failure to multiply money. Money loves multiplication, and money only goes where it is multiplied. Why the rich get richer and the poor get poorer? Money runs away from hands that spend it and runs into hands that multiply it. So the rich always obsessed about multiplying money. If they have 1 million today, the same 1 million they had today, by next month, they are not happy. All their obsession is, how do I turn this 1 million to 2 million in the next year? And they are looking for the safe, secure, sustainable vehicle that they can use to multiply their money, and that's what makes them richer. Sixth failure that should fuel everybody, that is the greatest failure that fuels the greatest legends and richest people of all time, is failure to build. Sir Lord Wright said the human race built most notably when limitations were most against them. Poor people stop building when they hit challenges. Rich people start building when they hit challenges. And there are three things they always build against all odds. They build their faith against all odds. When things are not working, they believe harder. They build their family against all odds. When things are not working, they build and find the right family, and they never settle for less. They build their legacy against all odds. While poor people are hoping to just get money to get by, rich people are building a legacy to affect the life of millions of people. And these three things they build: their faith, family, and legacy in the midst of adversity, and when difficulty is most, is what makes them rich. So adversity stop poor people from building. Adversities motivate rich people to build. And the failure to know drives rich people to want to know. The failure to be known drives rich people to want to be known. The failure to earn drives rich people to want to earn and learn how to earn. The failure to understand money drives rich people to want to understand money. The failure to multiply money drives rich people to look for means of multiplying money, even if it's another person's business. That's why we have venture capital. And the failure to build drives the rich to want to build their family, faith, and legacy against all odds. And remember, our quote for the day says, failure is the best and the most effective fuel for success. So if you ever fail, don't waste your failure, turn it to fuel for your success. So tell me in the comments below, which of this failure has discouraged and stopped you, that because of this video you are going to move ahead? One of the ones that stopped me most before now was the failure to multiply money. In trying to multiply money, I was losing money. Trying to multiply money, I was losing money. I even went to prison for losing money. But when I understood how to multiply money in real estate, the rest, they say, is history. So I'd like to know which one has been your failure that still frustrates you or has stopped you in the past. And don't tell me you have tried if you've not turned your trial to money. To see how you can turn your trial to money, click on the video above and I'll see you on the other side.
Hey, Lele, it is super duper amazing that you found my content valuable enough for you to watch till the end. Only 5% of exceptional people do that. You're exceptional, and I deeply love and appreciate you. Hey, Lele, don't just watch to learn. Watch to take action. And the first action is subscribe and hit the notification button so you don't miss any of our daily value action. Remember, only doers are winners.